Antony to Real Betis on a permanent deal, but on a dual ownership model? What the hell is that all about? This, again, showing exactly what Man United are up against because of stupid previous ownership at this football club. I'm going to get into the details of what Real Betis have actually offered Antony, and it is ludicrous. I don't even know if anybody would be up for this deal. Some are actually saying that this is actually beneficial for United. You make your mind up in the comment section when I talk about it as well. Update on Andre Onana in this midday update show as well for everybody. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. All I'm asking you to do is get in the comments and tell me what you think about this. So let's break this down. I've got the article up in front of me here, and it reads, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So to summarise it, well, basically what he's offering here is the publications over in Spain are reporting that the offer that Manchester United and Real Betis have been discussing this week. So we know that there has been meetings. So this is definite and is a factual. And there is a confidence from Real Betis that they can make this deal done. They've walked away from these meetings, apparently, very optimistic that Manchester United are open to a negotiation on the deal on the terms that they have put on the table. Yes, United are going to come back with their side of it, and maybe there might be a bit of to-ing and fro-ing, but get this, and this is the gist of it here. It's saying that Real Betis are thinking of offering €20 million to Manchester United, payable either this summer or via an initial loan with obligation kicking in next summer. So that on its own sounds like an obligation to buy, but only at €20 million, with him on loan this season again, with nothing being paid. Or this summer they pay Manchester United €20 million. Now, Manchester United are apparently wanting more in this deal up front for this to actually happen. But what it would mean is Real Betis, in a nutshell, pretty much, to sum it up, as saying Real Betis want Antony for around €20 million and will offer Manchester United a high percentage future sale. The likelihood would be the Red Devils being due something like 50% future transfer fee. So basically, there's dual ownership model that Real Betis have done before, actually. They've done one as a Zuli from Barcelona, where they only paid 7.5 million, but any future movement with the player was then given half to Barcelona. So a small fee up front is what they're offering, and then if they do sell him on in the future, which is where the snag is, in my opinion anyway, they get, Barcelona that is, get 50%. That's what they're offering to Manchester United. So it's like a dual ownership. You earn a certain amount of rights to the player, and if Real Betis sell him on, or he does well, or he continues his form and someone else comes in for him, and Real Betis sell Antony, then he is going to be, Real Betis are going to be giving Manchester United 50% of that sale. So Real Betis' claim is that yes, it may seem like the fee up front is smaller than what Manchester United want, and there's no guarantees past that point because Antony could flop. There's no guarantees that he's actually going to be successful at Real Betis again. Yeah, great spell, and you would say how well he did, obviously, at the back end of last season. There's a good chance that Antony's going to continue that form again. He's loved by the fans. He's adored by the Real Betis fans. He loves it there. He's performed the best that he's ever performed in his career, and let's be clear, that is true. Even before he came to United at Ajax, this is better. And if he did hit them marks again, and then someone else came in for him, then Manchester United would take 50% of that. So United, in fact, would earn more money on the Antony transfer, but later down the line. So, again, breaking it down, 20 to 25 million euros. It isn't enough to even cover what Manchester United actually owe on the transfer of Antony. So I think what Manchester United's point here is that won't do. So the way I see this possibly happening, and what's even more complicated, is if Manchester United get a loan fee off Real Betis this season to then loan Antony out with an obligation to buy Antony for the 25 million euros next summer, then triggering the deal that we just spoken about there of Antony being sold on for whatever, and 50% of that money going to Manchester United. This is how desperate Real Betis are to bring Antony back to Seville, and that goes to show where the money actually is in football. In reality, there's a lot in the Premier League, and there's a lot of deals that can be done, but Manchester United's recruitment completely letting them down again, and now having to make cutthroat decisions and make weight decisions to try and get rid of their players that are on astronomical wages. Now, the plus side to this is Antony's wages would be gone from the books for Manchester United, which could help. So essentially what you're looking at here is getting approximately, if you sold him, for instance, without the loan, first of all, 25 million euros, you're probably looking at about 20 million quid, and then you're saving approximately, 13 to 15 million in wages from Antony and what he's gone contractually. And so you're saving yourself that. So you're making, when you break it down, 30 odd million for this season. It's still not enough. It's not enough for Manchester United, but are we going to have to take a loss? That's the question I wanted you to answer in the chat. Is it a case of, let's just get this player off the books and get what money we can now? We failed. We are not going to be able to get good money for Antony. Nobody out there has got the money to buy him. We're all talking like Antony's worth 40 million. The reality is, in the European leagues, Ligue 1, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, there isn't that much money. The Premier League is awash. It's full of it. Everybody has got loads of money because of the TV deals. In France, the TV deal for DAZN has collapsed. They haven't even got revenues coming from TVs anymore, from TV broadcasters. This is the situation we're in. This player does not belong in the Premier League, and our recruitment side of things has completely balls this up to a level beyond. And we know this. Should United accept their losses and take this deal and just go? If nobody else is willing to come in and bid United, which there have been no offers at all apart from Real Betis at the moment, as in a concrete offer on the table, should United accept that and move forward? That's the question I'm asking you on that one anyway. That's Antony. A quick update on Andre Onana. Samuel Luckhurst has come out and said that Manchester United are looking to keep Andre Onana. Again, I've not heard anything from Samuel Luckhurst for a while, and I think that is just the obvious. Apparently, the reasoning behind it, he has a good relationship with Ruben Amorim. Then why is Ruben trying to bring in a keeper to challenge him then? Well, yeah, that says it all. I've said this before and I've covered this. In the good side of Andre Onana, it does look like he has played a part in bringing Bryan Mbeumo to Manchester United. Obviously, Cameroonian international teammate apparently has said and had a word with him and has said, get to Manchester United. Well done, Andre. Thank you, but see you later. That's what I would say anyway. But yeah, that's the Andre Onana situation update. There is none. Samuel Luckhurst stating the obvious, which we already know. And if somebody comes in for Onana of significant value, he's still out the door. But United are going to bring somebody else in, and there is going to be somebody else challenging Onana at least next season in between the sticks at Old Trafford and every other game as well. So there are your two big stories today. The significant one is Antony. And do we as a Man United fan base have to just take a step back and go, this deal might actually work out for us? We're not going to be able to make any more money. And if this obligation comes in, or say for instance the 50% on top later down the line brings United more money in, maybe that's the way that Manchester United have to suffer for the misdemeanours, the errors, the mistakes, the calamitous recruitment that this football club was in previous years. It's an absolute disaster class, and sometimes I think Manchester United are going to have give themselves a long hard look in the mirror, that being the recruitment and management team, and say, are we really going to be able to get more? That's the question. United will probably try and laugh this off, but who else is in for him? We haven't had any other bids on the table. Do United need to accept losses on some of these poor recruitment decisions that we've made from the past to move forward? That's what I'm asking. Get into the comment section. Let me know. There are your updates around midday today on the 16th of January. It's June, as the transfer window opens. What else is going to come about? I'll be updating you all live later on as usual. Get your comments in below. Give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button up on your screen right now to keep completely updated. There's the details in it. You tell me. Get in the comment section, everybody.